I've recorded this whole video and forgot to mention the Send It squad for 2023 is now live for entries, or whatever you want to call it. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Please do check it out. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the people who've taken part in it in this autumn, and I'd love to see you there. Anyway, let's get on with the video. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new around here, please do smash that like and subscribe button down below. It helps me out no end. Thank you very much. This video is all about my race calendar for 2023, so the events that I'm going to be doing. Mainly triathlon, but some other things as well. Now, if you didn't already know, I'm not a professional athlete. So this is just, it's me talking about my hobby, isn't it? I'm not declaring a race calendar with any intent to go and break world records or whatever. This is just me picking some things that I want to do to go and enjoy myself. Sure, I want to push myself and perform the best I can, but the main thing, underlying cause behind this is fun. So bear that in mind. Please do let me know down below as well if you're going to be at any of these events, or if you'd like to see me out, or you think I should do any events that I haven't listed, because I've tried to spread my year out and leave myself some free time and lots of free weekends so that as things come up, I can say yes and go and do some stuff. There we go. Right, let's get stuck in. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm starting my year off with a running race. Brilliant. Beginning of February, the Rauceby Ripper cross country. I've done this event 2 or 3 times before, and I have actually finished. I think I've been third before, third or fourth, when not many people turned up and I was in better run shape. It's an 8.5 to 9 mile cross country, depending which fields you're allowed to use on the day. It's a proper cross country. I like the course, I like the event, just a low key thing. It's gonna be a good little test for me. It's give or take an hour of running for me most times, so looking forward to getting stuck in there. Rauceby Ripper cross country. Moving on to my first, I'd say proper event of the year, beginning of March. It's the Triathlon England Standard Distance Duathlon Championships. Mouthful, isn't it? It's ran at Carsington Water. I did the event about 8 weeks ago, which was a non-championship race, but it's the same course, so I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in. I live in Derbyshire. I love supporting events and multi-sport events, particularly that are in the local area, so of course I was going to go and do this race. It's a 7.5 mile run, about a 20 mile bike, and then about a, what's the second run? 4K, so like 2.5 miles. I think it favours a runner, to be honest, because that first run is so long, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to go and get stuck in, give it my all, and learn the course really well so I can try and capitalise on those sorts of things. I don't think I'll be the Triathlon England national champion, but I'm going to give everything I've got. The week after that, arguably a bigger event, the Firefighters 2-Up Duathlon. This, I understand, is a charity event, and you do it in pairs. You can enter it as a solo, but most people do it in pairs. And the idea is that you can draft your partner on the bike. You can't draft anybody else, but you can draft your partner and work with your partner in any way you like. If you separate, that's fine, but your time is taken from a second person. So my partner is Matt Waterfield, coach would know. We're going to be the worst pairing you've ever seen. If he leaves me on the second run and runs off into the distance, might happen, the time's taken from when I cross the line, so it's in his interests to run behind me with his hand on my back, okay? So yeah, look forward to that. They get some good teams there. It's up in the north, so look forward to getting in the mix with some of those northern triathletes. Oh, I don't expect to be in the mix, but we're going to go and have damn good fun. And Matt has left me in charge of doing the entry, so of course I entered under the team name, the Purple Helmets. He will like that when he finds that one out. A few weeks after that, this is really not triathlon, is it? A few weeks after that, I'm doing the Dirty Reiver 200 kilometre gravel race. This is towards the end of April. Now, this is one of those, a few of my friends are doing it. It's something I've never done before. It's a challenge sort of event. I'm not particularly going to do much specific prep. I will build up my bike mileage, and I will hopefully get hold of and ride and get used to a gravel bike, but I will do that as part of my long weekend ride rather than doing any specific training for it. And I'm hoping that it's like an Étape du Tour sort of thing. It's like a long challenge ride. Like, you might want to do it as fast as you can, but it's not quite a race, or it's not quite a race for me. It'd just be like a brisk long ride, moving at pace for as long as you can, that sort of thing. But I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in. It looks like a really cool event. I've joined the Facebook group, and the gravel community seem great. They're really supportive. People are talking about bike setups and tips, course tips, all sorts of things. So looking forward to that, really. Yeah. Just need to get hold of a bike. A few weeks after that is my first proper triathlon of the year. Now, I said proper because I'm debating doing one the week before, but let's talk about this one first. Outlaw Nottingham. It holds a dear place in my heart. Outlaw Nottingham does. It was my first middle distance event in 2016. I've done it numerous times since then. It's really local to me. I know the course really well. It is an event that I'd love to do really well at one day, but one day might never come. I'm doing Outlaw Nottingham. Really looking forward to it. The week before that is what I'm thinking about doing. Genuinely, I'm thinking about it because I'm not sure if it's just a little bit silly or completely stupid. Xterra UK is launching this year, so an off-road triathlon, and it's being held not too far from me, about 45 minutes from me actually, and it's the week before, and they've got like an Olympic distance or roughly Olympic distance triathlon. And I think, could that be good prep the week before Outlaw Half Nottingham? I can do a swim, bike, run, make mistakes and, make mistakes in transition, those sorts of things, and right those wrongs for Outlaw Half Nottingham. And I think yes, but it's a water swim, fine, but it's a mountain bike ride, and then I think the run is off-road as well. So I don't know how gnarly bro the mountain biking is, and I do have a mountain bike, but I don't think it's much of a race machine. You can't use a gravel bike, so I'm not sure about that. It's not very expensive either, to be honest, to enter compared to all the triathlons, so I'm thinking about that and we will see. A few weeks after Outlaw Half Nottingham is the Cycling Time Trial National Team Time Trial Championships. Again, it's not too far from me. Myself and my two good friends, Matt and Lee, did the event this year, and I think we punched above our weight. We finished 9th out of, I think there were 15 or 16 teams in. We beat all the other club teams, and we were just a club team, and we were within a minute to 2 minutes of most of the race teams. So there was like a water shop team, there was some other like race teams, not elite by any means, but good race teams. And then we were about 5 minutes down on your Ribble Well Tight, Aerolab World Wheels, so is there a race team, St. Piran, those sorts of things. And I think we're not a million miles away from them. I don't think we'll close that gap, but I'd really like us to get a couple of minutes closer and really be in the mix of hopefully a top 5-ish, I think could be a good aim. Lee is actually riding his bike this winter, which is very encouraging because he didn't last year. Matt is training specifically for time trials, so I need to pull my finger out, and I'm confident that we can hopefully have a good ride there and really do it. And I like team time trialing. It's a whole different discipline. It's great fun. A couple of weeks after that, Outlaw Half Holkham. Now the event next year, so this year 2023, is the British Middle Distance Championships, and that means if you win it overall, you can apply for an elite long distance license, aka become a pro. That's not for me, but if you win your age group, then you are the British Middle Distance Champion for your age group, and that appeals. Again, I don't think I'll be doing that, but it's an aim to have, isn't it? There'll be a good field there, there'll be plenty of people at the race, like it's going to be a good race, so I'm looking forward to that. I've done the event a couple of times in the past, a couple of times solo, once with Liz as a relay, I think. So yeah, looking forward to it. I know the course, I like the course, it's rolling bike, rolling run, and I think it suits me. So mid-July should be good weather. We'll get to see Tri-Sign family, will probably stay at theirs, please, before the event, and yeah, look forward to that. A few weeks after that, another Outlaw event, but I'm not doing it all myself this time. Outlaw Full Nottingham, again, very locally to me, full distance, so 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, and then the marathon run. I'm doing the bike, thank the Lord, I'm not being called upon for any other aspects of that. And I have a relay team that we put together, and you will know one of the people in the relay team, it's not Liz, and I don't think you'll know the other person, but I'm looking forward to revealing that team to you. The team hasn't been put together with the view to winning it, because I'm in it, but I think they will be competitive as a team, and it is a mixed gender team as well. And I'm trying to balance, I'd like us to do really well, but above all, I want us just to have a great time, just enjoy it, be a good team, have a good day out, and feel like we've performed as best we can, and we will be where we will be. So looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to hopefully laying down a good bike split, because I really blew up at the event last year, and it was not a personal highlight of mine. That last 90 minutes was awful. So I'm hoping to do significantly better than that, the relay team. I'll reveal that in a few weeks. A few weeks after that, I continue my world domination attempt at 70.3. Ironman Cork 70.3. I've got unfinished business there. I haven't actually entered this race yet. We have got accommodation, but I haven't booked anything else yet. I don't know why I haven't done it. It only came up a week or two ago, and I'll sort it over Christmas. Unfinished business. I snapped my chain there last year, and it was going all right. So I want to go back and just deliver hopefully a good triathlon. Of course, there is hopefully the opportunity to try and qualify for the 70.3 World Champs, but it will qualify for Taupo, New Zealand the year after. I don't think that's within range for me to get time off work, pay for, go to and do at the minute, but it's 2 years away, isn't it? So, you know, anything can happen. So I'm going to go and do that race. We're going with the Tri Preston crew and Tri Sci, and I can't wait just to, again, have a great weekend away in the triathlon community. The full distance race is the day after the 70.3, so we'll get to watch that. If they're brilliant, the people of Ewell are absolutely fantastic, so really looking forward to getting back to Cork. 2 weeks after that, this is my, I don't like, it's a bit too close, but I'm going to do it. 2 weeks after Cork is Outlaw X. Now, Outlaw X, again, is a local event to me. I love doing these local events. I've done the event 2 or 3 times in the past, and once with Liz as a relay. They've pulled the event forward 3 weeks this year in the hope that the weather will be better. They've struggled with being able to hold the full distance swim because of water temperature in the past. It always seemed to be that the day that the event fell was the weekend that like the temperatures plummeted. It was just unlucky. So hopefully it'll be in 3 weeks before. It should be very nice. Again, rolling bike, rolling run. I love the course. I'd love to do really well there. Ironman Wales is on the same day, so hopefully all the male 20 to 24s have gone there, so I can win. And yeah, we'll give it a good go. I look forward to getting stuck in. I love the event. That's the beginning of September. I am unsure what I'm doing after then. I do want to do, provided the year goes to plan, that I'm happy and healthy and enjoying it and still feeling like I've got another race or 2 in me. I'm hoping to be in good shape by then. Damn hope so after all those things. So I'm not writing off doing an end of season like full distance race, Ironman race. I've not entered anything yet. I have got some tentative plans, but there's some other moving parts I need to work with. I don't want to go on a big trip without Liz because it's not as fun as a holiday. I'm not going to be able to do this sort of thing. I'd love to come to America and do a race in America. I am looking at California, Florida, Arizona, those sorts of races, but it's difficult with term time. Liz works in a school, so we're just waiting for flights to come out, and then we're going to have a look at what we can do potentially with her work and go from there. I think Florida's leading the way for me at the minute, but I'm going to make that decision probably not until like the spring or maybe even the summer. I don't know how fast those races fill up, but yeah, as you can appreciate, a lot of like life admin to work out with those things. But yeah, I'd love to get over to the States and do a full distance race. I just sort of think, if next year goes to plan and if I'm in good shape, it would be a shame to not use that. And I don't feel like I've ever delivered everything I can at a full distance race. So I want there to be enough time between Outlaw X and that race for me to get a decent block in, mainly doing those longer time trial efforts and the longer runs, and then doing that, I think. I also haven't spoken about crit racing or bike racing. I will be doing some, but I'm not planning it in because it's not going to be a main focus. If there's good weather and if there's a local crit on, I will go and do it. I'm a third cap now, so I've got no pressure to do races to get points because I can enter most local races because I'm in the right category. You never drop below third cap after you're a third cap. There is a local team to me at Vela Bavarian, my local bike shop. They've got a proper team next year. They had a team this year, but they are well supported next year. They've got great funding, they've got great riders, and they're organised. So I like the appeal of that, going and racing them, because me and my friends, some of them are pretty handy on a bike and we've done pretty all right this year. I'd love to go and do that next year, and I like the idea of going to a race and all friendly. We'll chat in the car park and stuff before and after, but you know, racing against another team who perhaps outgun us, but I'd love to try and beat them in a nice way, I think. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out. I mean, there is a particular series that I've got my eye on, but the dates don't fall amazingly for me, so I'm just going to see how the next 2 or 3 weeks go, and then before making decisions on that. I'm certainly not training specifically for crits. I can't be committing like weeks and weeks of trying to develop some sort of sprint, but I do enjoy the bike racing. I do love it. I know there's risks, but there's risks with everything. I completely stacked it on a run the other day, and I've got a decent injury from it, so I will cover that in another video if I haven't already. But yeah, I think that is it. So let me know down below if you're going to be at any of those races, or if there's anything you think I should go and do, any races you'd recommend that I either have or haven't said, because I'm looking to get stuck in next year, and I hope you are too. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below. That's a lot of talking I've just done, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for some other sort of video that doesn't involve triathlon training.